Good Monday morning, everyone. It is the 22nd of December, and if you've had a weekend that was wonderful, I hope and pray that it was for all of you. If you sat and watched yesterday, as I said I was not going to do, the memorial for Charlie Kirk, it was quite the moving thing. I did watch it. I watched most of it on the Turning Point channel, because the talking heads were putting out very little of what was taking place there, and when they did, they had opinions attached to it, and all but maybe Fox did run most of it with some opinions, but I had the privilege of watching the whole thing yesterday, and I'm glad I did. I was going to stay away from it for political reasons. I thought there would be a lot of rhetoric going on there, but we had the sitting dignitaries in the front row, which they showed often sitting there. We had the vice president, the president, and all of his cabinet sitting there. It each had, in turn, a time to say what their feelings were about the loss of the life of Charlie Kirk and about how he conducted himself throughout not only his political side, but the religious side that was ever present with Charlie Kirk and his family with regard to the love and the cherishing of Jesus Christ and the God the Father that was every bit present yesterday. If you remember back just a scant few months ago when we had the No Kings protest against the current administration, which was ridiculous in its own right. They've got a whammy here because through their No King efforts, they brought forth the King of Kings, Jesus Christ, back into the society where he should never have been banned from in the first place. All of the bad behavior and all of the devil's minions could not stop what we witnessed yesterday in this massive gathering of young and old together to celebrate the life of an individual, a martyr now, because it was made that way by the one side that wanted badly for him to be silenced. Because he brought the truth and the understanding of what it means to be in love with God the Father and Jesus Christ, who died on a cross to save your sins. The music, the religious music that was played yesterday, unbelievably wonderful. The crowd who joined in most cases, were acceptance of what is to come, the revival of religion and the adoration of God the Father in this country one more time. How refreshing. Better than any revival tent could ever put out. Over 100,000 people, it was reported, were in attendance, not only in the stadium side, but another venue that was opened up with big screen TVs so more could witness the truth and the word that were spoken yesterday by many people. Some are politicians. We all know that we have politicians that are not so Christ-like. Both sides of the aisle are riddled with this. We know that now. Our eyes have been opened, and you can write books about 107 days of excuses of why you let this happen, or you can join with the mainstream population of these United States who have been awakened now and understand that the pushing Christ back into the third row is no longer acceptable in this nation. There are other nations around the globe that are feeling just the same way. Is it because we don't like immigrants? Or is it because the reason that they were let into this country unvetted, unvaccinated, and in some cases with horrendous criminal records, was surely for one reason, actually two reasons: cheap labor in the corporate world, and in the political world, an excuse for a vote, because they feared that if God takes hold in this country one more time, their cheating ways will not work any longer. And that goes for both sides of the aisle, not just one. So if you think that we're here to say, believe in everything the right says and disbelieve everything the left said, or vice versa, that's not true. What we believe in and fervently believe in is that this country is coming back around to being the nation it was designed to be by our founding fathers and the written constitution of law that we live by in this country. And we have another constitution of law that we need to get back to living according to the plan of that book. And that is the Holy Bible. And the catechism classes that you may or your children may be taking through your church today. And it doesn't matter if you are a practicing Jew, a practicing Muslim, a Roman Catholic such as I am, a Protestant in whatever denomination. You have Methodist, you have the Presbyterian, you have the Episcopalian. We're all children of the same God, a loving God, a God that did not need to be pushed from politics in this country, a God that is making a resurgence across the world right now as we see terrible wars taking place in Israel. We have an entire country of Palestine that hasn't been recognized yet, but by the UK, but Hamas, who wants to eradicate, and there are other countries that would like to eradicate Israel because of their beliefs. Are they Jewish beliefs that they don't agree with? The Muslim population has been hampered by a radical side of the Muslim religion that believe that violence is the way. Not true. Not what was intended. The Quran teaches differently, but it has been misconstrued by radical sides of the religion. We have radicals in our government. We have radicals in our religions. We need to remain aware of that, but go along to the written word in the Bible, the Quran, and the Talmud. And then you'll understand that the message of Christ exists across this world and probably beyond. When you stop and think about the Native American religions that all look to the Creator, the Amazonian peoples that do not know what a church looks like, but believe in a Creator. Why is that? Because we have a Creator, and all power and glory should be thrown upon that Creator and the man-made Jesus Christ, who got nailed to a cross to forgive our original sins. And what have we done? Look around. Look around at the life of Charlie Kirk. Look around at the life of the girl on the train in Charlotte. Look around at all of the politically motivated assassinations that in some cases have taken place. And then pray that it stops. It all starts and stops with people like you and I who decide what side to take and who to applaud in the grand scheme of the war of the Colosseum that is taking place in the world today. Whether it's Russia, whether it's the Ukraine, whether it's Hamas, whether it's Israel, whether it's the United States, we are back on track to a revival in this country, a revival of understanding that this country was built on the belief of God, and in God we trust. And we need to continue with that, and we have an administration that is trying to bring back normalcy and true détente across the world if we allow it to happen. If we continue to back politicians, whether they're Democratic or Republican, with different ideas than what this country was based upon, then don't reelect them. It is up to you and I, as the people who can make the decision in the voting booth, of what we know transpired over the last several decades, and make that change to people that understand, that believe in our Constitution, that believe in God, and that believe in doing the work of the people that they're elected to do, not sit there and enrich themselves and decide that they don't want to relinquish their seat of power that they have created for themselves. It was a wonderful thing to behold yesterday, the unity that was in that stadium. And I'll show you a little bit right here.
Charlie's assassination, we didn't see violence. We didn't see rioting. We didn't see revolution. Instead, we saw what my husband always prayed he would see in this country. We saw revival.
Carbon dioxide is?
Yes. You want to see it?
Okay, you can't see it. It's a chemical property.
Well, you want to hear it?
You can't hear it either.
You just did.
You cannot. No, you can't. You're hearing my voice. You're hearing the frequency of my voice. Like,
I forgive him.
And I hope that you were able to tune in and watch some of that, if not all, yesterday. And I hope that it landed in your heart with a spark that will ignite good behavior and less rhetoric and less caring for a political figure and more caring for the God that can help save this world from ruination by evil thoughts, evil doing, and evil thinking. We saw yesterday the forgiveness of someone who took the life of a husband and father by the wife of that person. Let's all follow suit and forgive our nature to condemn and look down upon anyone for their religious beliefs, their political beliefs, or their pure existence. God bless us all if we can accomplish this in this slightly divided nation that now has an opportunity for a revival of our Constitution, of our religions, and of our way of life and way of thinking that is beneficial and not rhetoric to harm anybody, but for the good and the salvation of this country and others who believe that we're not salvageable. The Lord is with us once again, and we need to pay attention. And you need to stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned here for more commentary from the Kaiser Report. We're going to have a little bit less inflammation of political rhetoric here as well. It has to start somewhere, and it's going to start here with Kaiser and I in the very near future. So until tomorrow, God bless you all. Bye-bye.